Muslims always call us liars and deceivers when we make videos about Islam and about Muhammad. They call us haters. But what they don't understand is that we are doing this out of love. We are doing this to show them the hidden truth, the secret that is hidden from them in the Quran. We know that many Muslims are only Muslim by name. They don't read the Quran, they don't understand the Quran as we do. We go very deep on a very academic level. So Muslims, we don't make these videos to mock you. We are simply showing you the truth that has been kept hidden and as a secret from you by your Islamic sheikhs and scholars. We are doing this out of love because we are scared for your salvation. We are showing you that Islam is nothing but a fake satanic cult created by a fake prophet 1400 years ago called Muhammad. Today's video is going to be one of the first parts of the historical errors series. So this is part 1 of the historical errors inside the Quran. Let us start this series in part 1. Islamic sources tell us that Muhammad became a prophet in 610 and he died in 632. So he was a prophet for 23 years in total. But we know that in the last 3 years, alcohol became forbidden in Islam. So Muhammad used to drink alcohol together with his Sahaba. And we know Muhammad loved to listen to the Jewish stories. He used to hang around Jews all the time. So he borrowed a lot of stories and he mixed truth with his own fabrications, and he called it the revelation from Allah. But we know when he borrowed stories from the Jews, either it was true stories or legend stories, he mixed them like he used to mix dates with water to create alcohol. So this is why we see so many fabrications, borrowed stories, but also mixed with falsehood inside the Quran. So he mixed truth with falsehood like he used to mix his own alcoholic drinks called nabid. Historical error number 1. If we go to chapter 28, ayah 38, we can read the following: فَاجْعَلْ لِي صَرْحًا لَعَلِّي أَطَّلِعُ إِلَى إِلَهِ مُوسَى. And the Pharaoh said and commanded, O Haman, to build him a tower from clay so he can look at the God of Moses. And this is also mentioned in ayah 36 in chapter 40. So chapter 40, ayah 36, O Haman, construct for me a tower that I might reach the ways into the heaven, so that he can look at the deity of Moses. But this is a historical error, guys, because it was not any Pharaoh in Egypt to command building the tower to reach the God of Moses. No, it was way before in history. It was in Babel or in Babylonia, Nimrod, King Nimrod, ordering his people to build a tower to reach God in the book of Genesis. If we go to the book of Genesis, we can see that. Let us go to the book of Genesis.
Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel and Everic and Akkad and Calneh in the land of Shinar. Chapter 11. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another,
Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly.
And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said,
Go to, let us build a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said,
Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
So as you heard, this story Muhammad stole from the book of Genesis, and he heard it from the Jews. And he went back home and he made himself a nice mixture of alcoholic drink called nabid, and he sat down and he drank, and he mixed truth with his own falsehood, his own fabrication, and he basically changed the whole story, and it became a big historical mess. He's talking about Pharaoh ordering Haman to build him a tower to see the Lord, the God of Moses. But this is a historical error, a historical problem that happened many years before in the book of Genesis in Babylonia. So Muslims, wake up. As you see, Muhammad was nothing but a fake prophet, a deceiver, someone who is hearing stories from Jews and adopting them and mixing them with his own fabrications. Guys, thank you for watching. Share this video around, and God bless.